Hey, welcome back there, Guardians. And hope your pre-Valentine's weekend is starting off to be a pretty good fun time. First thing we're going to do is let's go take a look and see if we can find Zer. Now, he was at the EDZ last week. I'm pretty sure he's going to be at Nessus. I have not looked at any websites or anything. I'm just kind of going straight off of my own intuitions and pattern recognition. I mean, there's only 3 spots he drops, and then you can't do your legendary shard exchanges at his location at the Dares to Infinity thing, which is I'm grateful it's actually continuing on through the Witch Queen season or expansion, because there's a lot of things in there that I have friends who really want to get completed. I farm it on occasion, and excuse me, the main thing I'm looking for is just a really nice roll on the battler. I have such bad reflexing gas going on right now. I have no idea what the fuck that's all about. I might be hungry, so it depends. Speaking of, yeah, kind of want to talk a little bit about something that I've been picking up on recently, person-wise, people-wise, social things-wise, because this is a social game, and so that is. Oh, by the way, I was right, called it. What do we got here? We got a raspberry at 63, trash, trash. Gnawing hunger, 600, subsistence and demolitionist. Oh, yeah, I think I might take this one. Yeah, I like this. We'll do this. Don't skip. Oh, maybe quick draw and vorpal weapon. Ooh, not a bad roll. I do prefer my Ecolos shotgun though. Here we go. Third Axion. Third Axion used to be a pretty good pulse rifle, but has since kind of fallen out of favor with the community. Although, like I'm saying all the time, it's better to go with your own meta than it is to bother with anybody else's. It's a good idea to take a look at what's going on and what's popular, find out why it's popular, and see how that matches up with you, and then, through that lens, to make a determination for yourself. I'm going to go ahead and use Light GG here to find out what the third axiom is doing. Light GG, the third axiom. And I've been working on my elocution, which is how you enunciate your words to make sure that voice recognition does not say, I like to do camels, instead of, hey, let's pick up some sandwiches. Okay, so in the perk pool, according to Light GG, which is a community-driven aggregate analyzer, this is not even on the pick list, nor is this. The gold choices, which are for both PvP and PvE, Crucible of Vanguard, let's just say that. Arrowhead Break, which is always a plus. Then you got your high caliber rounds, your ricochet rounds, and the light mag. And so high caliber rounds is right here. So we got 2 out of 4. Then you go into the trash perks, which is hipfire grip and unrelenting. Now, rapidly defeating targets triggers health regeneration. That's actually a pretty fun thing. I wouldn't use this in Crucible of any kind. Maybe actually use this in Gambit, but this is more of like a strike, nightfall raid kind of thing, I think, because you're going to have a lot of targets and you're kill fighting all the time. So that means that you're competing with your teammates to get kills. And in Gambit, so it's a small space, and there are a few ads at a time. Split between 4 players, it's kind of hard. That's why I'm saying this is more like a strike nightfall situation, definitely a raid situation. You kind of want to be hip firing in those kinds of environments anyway, because you have enough ads running around that you need to be off ADS so you can have access to your radar to get your threat detections up. Have that intrinsic mechanic of enemy awareness, as opposed to enemy knowledge. Enemy awareness being that you are familiar with where the patterns of the enemies are. But I mean, you play enough, you get to know those patterns. They don't change much. So I would say pass on pretty much everything here, but I would definitely go for this gnawing hunger, simply because on a moderate rate of fire, 600 RPM, magazine 43 kind of, beastie here. It does come in from reserves, so that's whatever you have on your hip, not just in your clip. And demolitionist is, always a good perk, because you can plow this in. Now, if you can add a mod in here or something on your armor that gives you grenade energy as you get kills or as you generate orbs of light, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Uh, this would be a good one to play around with. Alloy magazine is totally fun because you will eventually empty that magazine, so that's going to happen. Because subsistence is not perfect, it's a good perk. It's a solid choice when you're mowing down lots and lots of enemies. Um, but it does require defeating targets, so again, you are going to be kill fighting. I personally just, since I play Lost Sectors a lot, and I do, on occasion, play 6v6, Crucible. So, there's enough meat on the board for me to go ahead and have my slice and not have to worry about taking something from a teammate. The steady rounds, though, that's what I'm looking at here. Steady rounds, and of course, this chamber compensator is nice, and then the handling mod. So I'm going to give this guy a whirl. He was only 1100, so definitely going to try it out in Crucible where I would use it the most, if I were to use it at all. Down here in the legendary stats, pretty much all garbage, except for this helmet. High resilience and recovery and discipline, but shit on the mobility, intellect, and strength. As a hunter, I gotta pass. I can't do that. So we're going to grab this, and then I'm going to go ahead and pop the exotic and see if I get a better rolled Stompies or Bombardiers. Let's see if I'm lucky. Oh no, I get the Radiant Fruity Ass Dance. Nah, I got garbage. Or as Charlie Brown would say, I got a rock. It's so weak. Weak. What's the roll on it? 62? Bad. Bad pants. I guess we're out the shards, but that's okay. Alright, so now we're going to go to collections, and I'm going to pull out... Excuse me while I whip this out. I'm going to pull out my Wish Ender. And we got a weapon ornament here for some reason. What is this? The Pink Mist, right? So I bought that recently. Okay, then we got some flare, transmat effect, right? Yeah, box of tricks. Okay, very well. Let's see. Going back up here, we are going to want to upgrade this because this is a thing. And we're going to go do our Lost Sector shit like we always like to do. Ooh, here we go. Exit is black. So yeah, trends that I've been picking up in the game lately, and I don't know if it's just, a global thing. People are just on the edge, it's getting close to spring, so there's a little bit more aggro in the air. Because breedables are all about, competing for resources. Everybody's competing for resources, but breedables are competing for the resource, which is breeding rights. And it's just, I've noticed that there's been some, unnecessary posturing and fuckery-do. It's the only way I want to really describe it. Especially in your competitive modes, like 6v6 control kind of stuff and Clash, and I don't know. It's just there was a point in time where PvP was really, Crucible was really truly enjoyable for me because it seemed like I got lobbies that we were just like we were out there casually playing. Well, I mean, it's different, It's kind of like the difference between playing, playground basketball versus, competitive, school sports stuff. Um, and I like the playground style, I like that. Yeah, we're all in here trying to, murder each other, but we're having fun and we're going to do it and we'll be cool about it. But I mean, I've been lobbied with some people lately that it just seems like, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's me. I don't think it's anything that I'm doing. I used to throw a lot of sassy emotes, but I just saved that shit for Gambit. Where getting into someone's headspace is really viable because it causes them to want to invade you, and then you can go ahead and pick them off and, bait them into, ambushes and shit. In PvP, I don't bother with it. I don't have the time. I'm too busy managing, my teammates and my own board position and making sure that I don't fucking open up an avenue for an enemy to, basically eat our assholes. because that's not fun. I don't care what anybody says. Um, but yeah, I don't know, and it's kind of weird because I am a much older gamer, probably not so much so in these days because it seems like video gaming used to be the purview and playground of the really young and agile of mind and finger, but it's phrasing. But anyway, but it's like I've been noticing there's a lot of more. Well, I don't want to say senior citizens, but people getting close to the discount coffee prices kind of situation, and I mean I'm excited for that actually myself personally. There's a there's a family story that I'm hoping that does not get repeated, but I will be like, yeah, well, we have a standard in our family as how you treat your seniors and your elders, so you need to be respectful. Um, Although I do have some very strong opinions about respect and how needlessly stupid it is. It's a system of control. Really, that's all respect is. It's just another one of those societal dances that you have to do, like like they used to do back in the Middle Ages up to the Victorian times, where you had to you pay a tithe to supposedly your betters, but it's like respect is more of an ego thing, and I don't buy into ego, which is why I'm talking about the fact that it just seems like there's a whole lot of I can deal with bravado, and bravado can be fun. There's just a lot of really bad toxic ego stroking going on. Um, I mean, I've always seen a little bit of a me first kind of personality when it comes to social gaming, but it's kind of like I don't know. I mean, I haven't been in Rumble in a very long time, so I don't know. Maybe the attitude is more dualist in Rumble. That's what I'm getting down to. There's when I was playing Crucible a few years back, pretty regularly. It was more of a dualist type of attitude. You picked your rival and you went at it, um, and it was kind of fun. We you challenged each other. And through that challenging, you grew as a player. You learn strategies. It's like, oh my god, how did he fucking cross map me with that sidearm? Then you go and look at the kit, and you're like, holy fuck! And then you direct message them and say, dude, uh, where did you farm that? Where did you find all that stuff? That was a fantastic kit. I can't believe you can cross map it like that. And I mean, honestly, most times they would come back to you with like, yeah, team up with me, and I'll take you through those runs and show you and talk to you about what I did to build this. And that's what the Destiny community used to be for me, and I think for a lot of people as well. And now it's just like nobody talks, nobody wants to share, nobody wants to. I'm all about making sure that the people I play against and with are pushing the bar as far as I can push it, or farther than I can push it, and because the stronger my opponents are, the stronger I can become. That's the mentality that I have in gaming. Um, there's a guy who does this channel called Talarian Community College. He's known as the Professor. That's his persona in the videos, and he talks about it's not about winning or losing so much as becoming a better player after each game, because you could lose a dozen games, and if you don't know why you're losing, you're not learning anything. And you could win a dozen games, but if you don't know why you're winning, you don't learn anything. There's nowhere to grow from that. You're just rolling dice and taking chances and flipping cards or whatever. And it's like you don't roll dice in Magic the Gathering. I'm using a war games analogy there, but it's the same. You're relying so much on RNG and how the game is going to treat your entitled little ass that it's superficial. And I think I'm finding more of that now in gaming, in Destiny. I don't see it so much in ESO. ESO has always been a little bit of a fashion show, but that's all. It's all done in jest and in parody and in parody. We're making fun of things, and we're making fun of each other, and we're making fun of ourselves, and we're having fun doing it. And yeah, it's just like, I mean, and Elder Scrolls, and I think it's because Elder Scrolls has such a strong um, quest mechanic, has such a strong quest environment that you're not reliant upon teaming up, although you can organically team up in dungeons and in delves, and you know, you can come together in all kinds of ways in all kinds of places without having to go LFG or inviting people into your group during events and stuff. There's even small. Well, there's not small. There's like large collectives because they're not just one clan or guild. They're like multiple people, multiple clans coming together to do this, to offer groups to do group farming of the events. And no one's paying anybody, no one's trading anybody, no one's doing any kind of you know uh, kind of bullshit like that. Come on, get it up there, buddy. You can do it. I might want to disable my reactive pulse mod because I wiping out kills. um, yeah, let's take this off for now, just because I want to actually get kills with my sword. Let's do Winding Cove. I'm chasing the rally banners, if you can tell. And where are we at? Dude, okay, so we have sword and solar weapons. Okay, so I'm going to have to do some more fusion and rifle killing. Or just equip some kind of solar weapon. I've forgotten just how much fun the Wish Hitter bow was. I think that's why I wasn't having so much fun with the other ones. It's just I'm trying not to rely on exotics when it comes to the play, because you're not always going to want to run that exotic, But all the same, it's pretty decent. Hey, just wanted to wake you up. I don't like hitting people in the back. We got you. Oh, no, got you, dude. Did I miss anybody? I don't want you to feel left out. I think that a sword swing should not take energy unless it contacts something. And that's just me, dude. Yes, I know it opens up all the exploit jumps and all that stupid fuckery that people like to do, but ooh, he died hard. What do we have here? I could just go ahead and, I don't know. That's done. I guess I'm going to wrap this up without having to do another sector then. That's cool. I would rather do that. Or, I don't know. Maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, might as well. Oh, something I haven't done yet is the Exo Challenge. I already got my 3 playlist pinnacles, so we're done with that. Oh, it's really just you? It was just you! Alright, let's go mess with Hell Hades. Excuse me, Firebase Hades. Hell Hades is a YouTuber who talks about Raid Shadow Legends. Fun game, believe it or not, it really is. Yes, it's an auto-clicker. Yes, it's AFK Arena. But you don't need to do that. You can actually, make your choices. And plus, also, it's more about tuning the team than it is about actually playing the team. You really do, become a coach. Your players can go random, or you can set up a playbook for them, and then you sit back and make sure they do their job. Oh wow, Team Rocket! I guess that's all for now, I suppose. So just a quick kind of like request from me. Um, when you're out there and you're playing, whether you're having a bad day or not, that random, those guys, these are the ones you take it out on. All right, these little ones and zeros here, they're the ones that are here for that. But that dude right over there, no, not really. Don't be a douche, okay? It's not fun. It really isn't. And in the end, all you really do is diminish the game and yourself. And who wants to play with someone like that? I don't. I want to play with somebody who's at the top of their game and thinking community forward and growth forward rather than just trying to stay king of the hill. That's it, I guess. Thanks for stopping by.